ワンピースバウンティーラッシュ
Hey, what is up guys? Lunarius here, and I just woke up today very early morning and I saw that there's going to be a balance adjustment on these three characters, I believe. I think it's only these three. I just saw this, so I wanted to just make a quick video, just checking it out, my thoughts on it, and seeing if these could be actually good changes where these characters could be usable, especially Roger, considering he's an EX. So let's just jump right into this. Let me analyze this and let you guys know if this is going to be worth it. So applicable characters, so okay, yeah, it's just the three. I'm not too fond of these two. I'm just going to be focusing mainly on this one because this should be the biggest change, considering he is an EX, like I mentioned before. So here we go. Implementation. Wait, is there a date? Oh, okay, date of implementation 13th of August. Okay, cool. So that's that done. Increase attack range, faster evasion timing, faster transition between timing between actions. Faster transition timing between actions. Step 1, increase distance forward. Step 3, increase distance forward. Okay, cool. Now for the skill adjustment. Skill 1, which I believe is his Kamsari. Anyway, before it was skill power. Alright, we'll read this after. Let's look at the... Actually, this is all. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a big change. Alright, cool. After changes, nullified stagger for a set period of time was changed to become temporarily invincible after use. Okay. Okay. So it's like the runner Roger, basically, with his commissary. Alright, that's pretty nice. Increased attack range. Okay, this could be really good actually. But this is very nice. Increased distance of flinch when enemies are hit. Alright. Faster evasion timing, faster transition timing. I'm assuming that's between using the skill. Oh, between actions actually. Faster transition timing between actions. So I'm assuming that's between using the skill and after using the skill. So it's just how quick you can, start moving around. Maybe press the dodge button or use another skill straight away. But okay, this actually has a knockback effect now, and it ignores obstacles. Okay, these are some pretty nice changes. Difference reduced by 10%, that stays the same. Effect time 20 seconds. Okay, and cooldown 29 seconds. But damage reduction for skill 2 was 70%. This is his holding one. I forgot the name of the move, but this is the one where you hold it. Or you can release it to just, release the skill straight away. But 44-second cooldown to 38 seconds and increase attack range. Nothing else really changed. That's not too bad. Alright, this could be a game changer with traits as well. Let's see what they've adjusted with the traits. So, when your HP is 50% or more, nullify immobilizing status effects inflicted by enemy. Okay, that's not bad. 50% or more. So, okay, yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Okay, next we have when nullifying status effects inflicted by enemy, defense boosted by 70% for 10 seconds. Okay, so I mean the condition now is instead of just being when nullifying stun, it's when you nullify status effects from the original trait up here. So, but you still get nullified stun in general, which is nice. Okay, let's see the next one. Alright, let's see the next one. For a set period of time after using skill 2, resist stagger, being downed, and knockback. Okay, so with this one, there seems to be no way to stop him from using his skill 2 and nullify status effects inflicted by enemy. Okay, this stayed the same. That's nice. Actually, no, when I read this, it doesn't make sense. No, this is different. Nullify immobilizing status effects inflicted by enemy. So this basically means, it's really weirdly worded, but you as Roger basically nullify, basically you counter status effects immobilization by an enemy, which is what they should have said. It makes, like, it's just hard to interpret what this meant, with, you know, the wording that they use for it, but yeah, that's basically what it means. Okay, it's because I read this and then I was like, hold up a minute, nullify status effects inflicted by enemy, don't I have that here already? Well, not me, but doesn't Roger, won't he have it now here? But yeah, when I read it again, the wording is weird. It doesn't mean this. This is itself a separate thing. These two are different things. But I hope that clears it up now. That was kind of stupid. I don't know why they worded it like that. They should have just worded it the way I did. Anyway, okay, moving on to the next one. When attacking an enemy whose parameters are boosted, increase damage dealt by 30%, which stays the same, and remove status effects applied to enemy that buff their target for a certain period of time. Okay. When this trait activates, it also nullifies status effects applied to the enemy, does not apply to invincibility. Okay, so this could be for example, on Shanks or like Zephyr, for example, characters that have a specific status effect that buff themselves. But again, it doesn't apply to invincibility, so yeah, this is just standard. But yeah, this is actually a trait in quite a lot of characters that I've seen. I don't quite remember exactly who. As I mentioned, you know, I've just kind of got back into the game after a long time, but yeah, I have seen this specific trait on certain characters, so they've just like copied and pasted this in. Alright, crap, that's fine. When doing damage to enemies 70% or more, with 70% or more of their max HP remaining, inflicts self with nullify stagger for 10 seconds, and this just changed to 20 seconds. So this has stayed the same. Alright. After receiving damage from an enemy which is 20% or more of your max HP, recover HP by 30% and reduce cooldown of skill 1 by 15%. Trait 2, here we go, cool. So these were character traits. Oh, this was trait 1 actually, so you'll have this if you just get Roger on his base levels, and then these will apply when Roger is 5-star or basically level 80 and above. So, trait 2. When attacking an enemy with skill 1, increase attack by 25%, so this increased by another 5%, increase up to 100% but resets once KO'd, standard. Plus recover HP equal to 50% of damage dealt. Okay, this is pretty nice. So basically whenever you use skill 1, you're basically pretty much guaranteed HP back, which is nice, as long as you hit the target. When your team has less treasure secured, boost skill cooldown or reduction of skill 2 by 50%, that stays the same. And this one, after KOing an enemy, reduce skill cooldown of skill 1. Oh, reduce the cooldown of time of skill 1 by 30%. And recover HP by 15%, which is now changed to 30%. So he does quite a lot of HP recovery now. Okay, so there's one here which was his standard one anyway, it stayed the same. This one, and now this one. From 15% to 30% after you KO an enemy. With the... Oh, actually no, just after KOing in general. Recover HP by 30%. And skill cooldown by 30% of skill 1. So that's Roger, which from this, it seems he could actually be kind of usable a little bit. Especially because of the invincible trait he has with his skill 1 now. And yeah, increase distance, increase attack range, it does knockback and ignoring obstacles. So skill 1 has been improved quite a lot. Skill 2 also has been improved quite a bit as well, whereas skill 2 thing... here, this one. Resist stagger, being downed and knockback, so there's pretty much no way of stopping his skill 2 now. It used to be with knockback, or you just, I guess, have to kill him. That's the only way. Or you just run. One or the other. Okay, yeah, but overall, he seems pretty nicely kit out. Like, his kit seems pretty nice now. I think we're gonna see quite a lot of people using him, obviously, but we will have to see once he's released just exactly how effective all of these traits are. But I do think he will be quite a decent unit to play after the adjustments. So yeah, he has potential to be a good attacker now. I do see that. So yeah, that's Roger done. Let's check out Jinbei. Increase HP, attack and defense. Increase attack range, evasion timing. Increase transition timing between actions. Increase distance forward. Increase distance of flinch when enemies are hit. Increase time enemies are inflicted with stagger when hit. Increase distance forward. Increase distance of flinch when enemies are hit. Okay. Oh, wait 1 second. Before I do that, let me check what step 1 and 2 exactly are. Okay, so they've added additional steps onto the moves. Okay, for Jinbei skill 1, faster attack activation. That's meh. Increased attack range. Could be alright. Faster evasion timing. Faster transition timing between actions. Okay, so this and this are decent. This is a bit on the good side. Alright, skill power 362, max 2 consecutive hits. Skill power 392 in step 2. Max 2 consecutive hits. I'm not too sure about these. I'm not too sure how strong these are. I don't think they're that strong. And I don't exactly remember what his skill 1 is anyway. I'll check it as soon as I do these skills assessment, and then I'll just see what skill 1 and 2 actually were, because he is pretty trash, unusable. Alright, moving on to skill 2. Again, faster attack. Oh, it's the same thing, pretty much. Okay, it's the same thing. These stay the same. Okay, cool. So let me check the skill power and the steps on him. Long range area attack. Oh, okay, it's an area attack. Did he have a counter? Oh no, I think that was the other Jinbei I'm thinking about. Moving down to his traits. Let's see. These are kind of like meh adjustments so far. Let's see his traits. Alright, so an attacking character type power uses this is the same, and increased power of skill 2 by 5% up to 50%. Resets when skill 2 is used or character is KO'd. This usually applies when character is KO'd to a stackable attack increase, but I think this is just for skill 2. So either this means that whenever skill 2 is used, the skill 2 power increases by 5%, or if the skill is a holdable skill, it has potential to increase by 5% until it's, you know, been completely used. Alright, when attacking character type power uses, reduce cooldown of skill 1 by 5% and recover HP by 5%. Okay, alright. When the enemy is inflicted, has inflicted you with status effects, reduce the cooldown of skill 2 by 10% and recover HP by 15%. Okay. Reduce effect time of status effect inflicted by enemies by 80%. Okay, this is quite nice. This is alright. You know, there's a lot of status effects inflicted by enemies, but this is, I don't know, this is just a weird character to put on. He's such like an unused character, like no one uses him. For him to have this character trait, this trait is amazing by the way. This should be on like Bounty Fest characters pretty much. Or, you know, just solid characters that are not EX. This is what their traits usually are, which is like really nice. So for him to have this trait is a bit of a surprise. This stayed the same, so that's fine. When the team with this trait is secured, increase damage dealt by 20%, increase damage dealt by 20%, and reduce damage received by 30%. Okay, that's alright. When there are 9 seconds or less remaining, increase damage dealt by 20% and boost cooldown reduction of skill 1 by 100%. Okay, that's kind of different. When HP is 70% or more, resist, stagger, and knockback. Okay, alright. Moving on to Luffy. Let's see. So adjustments for the normal stuff. Increase damage dealt on normal attacks, faster evasion, faster transition, these are the same. Increase attack range, Faster attack activation, increase distance of flinch, these are the same. Okay, it is the same. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, skill adjustments. For skill 1 now, this is the same, same in terms of the changes of the rest of the units. Increased area in which you will face towards enemies when used. Oh, okay, skill 1 is the one with him and Ace. It's an area attack, yes, and this is the bullet one, a long range charge attack. Okay, well, Gum Gum Rocket, not bullet, my mistake on that one. Right, so reading up on his skills again, now that I remember what they are. Increase area in which you face towards enemies when used. Okay, so I'm assuming area is just increased for this. Increase distance of the flinch when enemies are hit. That's fine. Evasion timing, transition time between actions. Now is a knockback effect. 42 seconds. That is really long. Flame. What's the damage actually? 819. Okay. Increase damage inflicted by enemy. Oh, sorry. Increase damage inflicted to Navy enemies by 100%. So that doubles basically. Okay. Are there any Navy enemies running around? Not really. Honestly, none. I don't see anyone using any Navy type enemies. So this won't really be too useful. Okay, skill 2. Added stagger nullification for a set period of time. Okay, that's alright. These are the same. These are the same. Okay. Alright, so these are the same. That's nothing crazy. Bro, wait, so all they've done is just switch this to that to make it look more neat. Bruh, what's the point? Anyway, this so far seems like a letdown. While you are capturing treasure, resist stagger and being down and reduce damage received by 30%. Okay, so he can still get knocked back and he can still, you know, get killed or status effects on him. When using skill 1, attack boosted by 20% for 10 seconds. When using skill 2, speed boosted by 20% for 10 seconds. When in treasure area, reduce damage received by 30%. Okay, so this applies to any treasure area. Enemy's treasure or your treasure. It's okay. It's not the best. When your allies are not near the treasure area where you're at, increase the treasure gorge amount when you capture treasure, and boost capture speed by 50%. That's okay. When your team has less treasure secured, boost cooldown of skill 1 by 50%. When you capture treasure, reduce the cooldown of skill 1 by 30% and recover HP by 20%. Okay, yeah, this Luffy is not gonna be good. These changes are not good enough for the meta. Like, they're like very, very mediocre changes for this Luffy, so don't expect anything from him. We will continue making adjustments to balance the game so everyone can continue to enjoy League battles. Okay, how about you adjust characters that are actually semi-usable and basically more fun to use than these really old and trashy units. The Roger one was good. That's a thumbs up from me. Honestly, this Roger seems like really nicely kitted out now. Like, his kit seems really nice and his traits and everything. The Jinbei, it literally goes in order of best to worst. Roger being the best changes, he I think will actually be quite usable now in League. Jinbei is not game-changing changes on him. Maybe people might try him out here and there, but I don't expect him to be long-term. It might just be for like a couple days. People might just be using him and then they'll just like, you know, stop using him basically. His changes are very mediocre, they're okay. But this Luffy's changes are, honestly, I don't see him being used at all. Maybe for like one day, for a couple hours, but these changes are quite trash. I could be mistaken, I might be underestimating his skill powers. He could do a lot of damage. 819 damage. Again, I could be misinterpreting this. If this damage is a lot, which I don't think it is, but if it is a lot, then this could be alright. But the cooldown is 42 seconds, that's too long. But to me, honestly, best to worst, Roger's changes are really good. He will be a good unit. Jinbei's is alright changes, might be used for a little while, but I don't see him being used for a long while. And Luffy, it's like meh changes. I could be misinterpreting it, like I said, but from what I see, from what I've gathered, it's not really all that. it doesn't seem like all that. But yeah, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts below on these changes. Who would you like actually to have, you know, balance adjustments? For me, I would say they should adjust this Sabo a little bit. He's actually really nice to use. They should also adjust, oh of course, my old EX Yamato unit. They need to really adjust her to the meta. That would be nice if they adjusted her. And who else could they adjust? Pell, my boy Pell. I used to use him so much back in the day. If they adjusted him, that would be really cool. His skills are really fun to use, and he used to be like really decently good back in the day. With all these attack boosts and some other stuff here and there, but mainly his attack boost and his I think it was his skill 2 was actually really nice. It had quite a bit of damage. This skill this skill was really fun to use. Just spam this with like one of those medals where you can get your skill back from doing crit damage. This was really fun back in the day. Those would be really nice if they adjusted those three, but who knows, that's just my opinion. That's just my thoughts on who I'd want to be adjusted next. But they could do anyone. They could do anyone random. Some really unknown, unnecessary units. Oh, they could even do this within Shanks. They might even do him next. Who knows? You never know what they'd be cooking. You know what I mean? Wink wink. Not really. But yeah, that concludes my analysis of the character adjustments. Like I said, literally just woke up, it's 6 AM, and yeah, just saw that and was like, oh damn, Roger must be good. If you have Roger, you're in luck. On my main account, I don't even have Roger. Yeah, it's just my luck, man. My luck is pretty trash. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, leave a comment, leave any suggestions as well. I do make sure to read comments and I always try to reply to them. And yeah, subscribe for more content, subscribe to support and help out the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed.